Hello. In our player character, in the event graph, remember how I said we were going to get the enhanced player local subsystem from the player controller. We don't have a player controller. We want to go into content, right click, set a folder called game structure. Blueprint class, player controller. I want to call this player controller. I want to get a blueprint class. I want to get a game mode base, call it game mode. That's what we need for this. We'll also get a blueprint class and get a player state. Call it player state. In player character back in here. Now we'll cast to player controller. There's our player controller. From the input object pin, we'll type get player controller, the pure function that retrieves our player controller. Cast to our player controller. Enhanced input player local subsystem. Is valid if this local subsystem input local player subsystem is available to act on. If it's working, we can add the mapping context. If we have a player controller, if this player controller is active, so if it's not us, we can't control us. I want to add I want input action event. I'll control A to see that. I want to get move. I want to get look. I want to get jump. I want to get sprint. And that's all I want to do for now. Move. Here's action value. Split that struct. X. Add movement input. We need another one of these. Control C, Control V. Copy that. Paste it. Roll direction. Get right. Get actor right vector. I'll make sure these are set up properly. There's get actor right vector. There's get actor forward vector. And the Y goes into this. Go back to our viewport. Camera's back here. So the game mode. Remember we went up here and this maps and modes wasn't set with anything. Let's set it to our game mode. We can add things here. For example, we can change player controller here. If we go into our game structure folder, game mode, we see player controller set here. We change player state here. We can go to project settings, maps and modes. Player state is set here. Let's cut to the chase and add our player character. Close that. Compile this. Close that. Let's press start. Oh, from the assets we added if you got that error, you can go to this Aurora Anim blueprint. Here's the event graph. We can disconnect these pins, but we'll keep it simple. We'll delete it. We'll delete Aurora player character. and we'll try to compile. We'll try to play, and it works. Okay, I'm pressing W, and I am being brought to the edge of our map. I'm pressing D. I'm going diagonal. I don't know if you know how to. So this works. We'll look into how well that's working when we add look. So here's the code for that. Here's the script for that. X goes to right vector. Y goes to forward vector. Add movement input. For look, I want to split the action value. I want to add yaw, add control yaw input. And then for Y, I want to add controller pitch input. But this will come out inverted. I like to multiply this by -1 and plug it in that way. Let's bring this down, give yourself some space. As I always say, just give yourself some space. Let's look at this. Look. There we go. We can look around. We're moving, looking around. I want the camera to be a little more over my shoulder. Forward. Like this. And then I want to be able to see behind me a little bit better. Like that, maybe. So also like this. Keep it like this. It's probably more exciting. Okay, for jump, we can use jump. Type jump. Completed, you can get stop jumping. If you want to edit jump, you type jump. You can make it higher. You give yourself air control. Falling lateral friction. How slowly do you fall? But it's lateral, so it's side to side. So we can see if this works. We can jump. Jumping. For sprint, I want to get character movement. I want to get max walk speed. Actually, I'm sorry, not a getter. I want to set max walk speed. When this is completed, we want to go back to where we were before we were sprinting. By default, our walk speed is 600. We can make it 900, so that this number should be 900. We can set this to our sprint speed, which we can make something higher than 900. I can sprint. I stop sprinting. We can put a cube someplace. So you can see that I'm running past it faster. And we can put another cube like this. It's a little tall. To determine I am jumping. I am sprinting. I am looking. I am moving. Okay, I was adding some inputs to our player character, so let's look back over that. We split the axis value, make sure this is axis vector 2D in the input. That you add the app input mapping context that we set up here. I'll begin play. Add the mapping context. I don't do anything here. X to right vector, Y to forward vector, add movement input. X to yaw, Y multiply by -1 to pitch. Jump, stop jumping, set max walk speed. Make sure you get the character movement component. Okay, thanks a lot. See you in the next one.